Welcome back, Omar Macy here. So we're right here with the DMR. We're shooting shape projectiles. This system really is designed to work with shape projectiles. It's still kind of in a prototype stage. I mean, there'll be some definite changes for a production model. Of course, everything will be anodized and properly done. So here, we're just doing a proof of concept to see what kind of changes we're going to implement, because there are different things in line. You know, for example, should we make this system both a semi-automatic and bolt action to give the player or the user basically more of a range of where they can use this at? So they want extreme accuracy, they can work at bolt action. They kind of get hits a fan type of a moment, you can set it to semi-auto. So those are things that we're considering doing. Of course, right now this one, even the valve and everything about it, is meant to be for better consistency. So far during our trials, we're getting consistency really as low as basically going 1 to 2 feet per second difference between shots. And of course that makes a big difference, because if your rounds weigh the same, everything weighs the same, they're the same diameter, and you're shooting the same amount of air, you're going to be more accurate. Of course, that's how it works in these air rifles. That's how you obtain the accuracy. It's through the weight of the projectile, the size of the projectile, and that you're shooting the same amount of air. Where in a blowback system, you're using about 30% of your air to propel the action and move it back, so that will change it right there. But because we have no blowback here whatsoever, it really doesn't make a difference. So, all right, we'll load it up. Loads up in the same way. You can kind of see where the round is in the chamber right there. You just put it forward, and at which point you just kind of take your shot. Same capacity, I mean, nothing changes really as far as your standard D-mags. So if you have a larger capacity D-mag, you're gonna have the same amount of shots. There you go. All right. Right, so basically again, this is the, so we're shooting pop-up targets and different things out here. We have a pretty good range. I mean, we basically have up to about like 100 yards. And so we can see the flight trajectory and where it's going at. And again, I mean, it's pretty good. Obviously, with air rifles, again, you need a slanted scope mount. You know, because again, if you're shooting live ammo, it stays pretty darn straight up to about 500 yards, but here you need to start raising the barrel and pointing your scope down to get more range. So right now I'm going to go for the full target. See, I'm loaded up. Okay. So of course I'm going to overcompensate by raising the scope pretty high, but it stays pretty close to where I want it to. So for example, it stays within a line pretty straight, but it's going to arc down to my target. So I'm going to go ahead and drop the scope down and then take my shot. So again, I mean, right there I can see it flying pretty straight, at least 100 yards in that one. So again, because it is bolt action, because it has no blowback, you really are getting pretty much all the air energy down to it. Now, something else that comes because of this, because this is on a PTR lower. This is a very crisp, very adjustable trigger. Right now it's shooting at 2.5 pounds, so that's pretty much well under any like competition rifle. They're normally from about like 1.8 to 4 pounds is what a competition trigger basically is at. So even for that purpose, just kind of, you know, if you have a match rifle that you're used to shooting, that's another great thing about this. So all right, there you go. So and again, like I mentioned earlier, these type of rifles are kind of like an AR platform type of system. Because of the way that it works, and because the bolt does not come out to your face like other bolt actions, you have the bolt action coming to your face. So with a lot of these rifles, what you do is you kind of take your face off to the side and then you put it in, and that's how you kind of shoot it. With this type of a system, you don't have to do that. You can stay on target. So we made these cutouts right here on the receiver. This is something you haven't seen before on the 468. Because of the way the valve's set up, it doesn't affect your efficiency or your consistency at all. In fact, I mean, and it kind of shows what an ejection port would look like right there. So we're still doing tests. Obviously, some of us would like to have the full ejection port like exposed, just so it looks more like the standard setup. Again, like a Macmillan CS5 or maybe like a Tub 2000, where you'll see almost exact the same action right here. It's almost the exact same scale, as a matter of fact, because a lot of these are shooting 308, so this is kind of like almost like a 308 rifle. So the kind of cool thing about that there. It's the DMR, again, something to look forward to. Again, so it just shows where the PTR and 468 kind of, it's really has no limit as far as what it can do. Different action systems, different type of scenarios. So again, something to look forward to. This is the 468 DMR. DMR stands for Designated Marksman Rifle. So again, something to look forward to. Thank you very much.